Hey guys, this is a nonfiction one this week. We have Making Art and Making a Living by Mason Currey. This one's subtitled Adventures in Funding a Creative Life. This book is a history of the ways in which artists and creative people have made ends meet and kept body and soul together, as they used to say, while following their calling to make art. While establishing yourself as an artist, being able to have the money to live so that you have the time to work means that's like a key core problem, basically. The author looks at artists from different countries, different time periods throughout history, and sort of aggregates their ways of making a living, breaking the book into four sections: family, money, jobs, patrons, and schemes. Of course, you can apply some of these lessons and strategies to your own life as well, if you are a creative person, but it's not like a straight how-to sort of book. Mason Currey is a Los Angeles-based author and editor who wrote the Daily Rituals books, which are about how artists work. This feels like a natural follow-up to that subject. How do artists actually live? The tone of this book is very sort of friendly and enthusiastic, which makes for a very pleasant book to spend time with. It's often a little funny while also demonstrating a high level of research and detail. It's not a long book and it moves along swiftly, meaning I was so engrossed, I think I read it in one sitting. This book makes some important points about living a creative life. In an increasingly expensive world, there's questions that are raised about whether artists deserve grants and money from modern patrons of the arts and government grants and stuff like that. And yet, what is our world without beauty and art? And how can we survive modern life and each other without art and creativity reflecting life back to us in ways that make it palatable? What is life with all of the beauty taken out? It also reflects that creating takes away time from other things. We can't work all the time without rest and expect to do good creative work as well, which means in order to create, we do need financial support or remuneration. While some artists had wealthy patrons, others had family support and family money behind them, and somebody else was doing all the chores. The idea that the starving, tortured artist makes better work is truly outdated and may have never really been realistic. When the hardship stops and the creative person has food, a safe place to live, and a lack of anxiety, that's when art is actually made. I found all the little life stories about the different artists really interesting. How artists made enough money to work is rarely talked about, and the history revealed to me a humanity and insight into the day-to-day life of some very interesting people. They're also all really different. Some were fascinatingly determined, and others were like hilariously useless. Sometimes the privilege of family money or a patron comes with some very strong strings. The hand that you hold is the hand that holds you down, after all. Others were very creative in the way they found time and space to create around day jobs, which is interesting. Sometimes the ingenuity was quite funny to read about, as some artists came up with sort of schemes and gambles and all kinds of things. Though I do think some artists must have been a little bit insufferable to like have to deal with or live with. Like, I can't imagine some of these people. Like, I would not want some of them anywhere near me. While history has changed, I think a lot of creators can get a lot out of these stories about how to behave, what might work or be available for them, and how not to piss off your patron if you have one. I enjoyed this book so much. It was really interesting to me. I thought it was going to be a bit of a, practical, how-to, instructional, maybe self-help type book, which I was kind of okay with. But instead it was rich in historical stories and lives, and it really grappled honestly with how finding money to make art hasn't really changed over, the millennia. It's not easy, but the fact that others have gone before and done it is reassuring. So this one is for you if you're an artist or creative person of any kind, or if you're interested in art history. It's really fascinating reading, honestly. I just really enjoyed it. Also, if you're interested in how people have lived their daily lives historically, I feel like this one could appeal to you as well. It's a really lovely book. So thank you to Celadon, the publisher, for the copy of this book for review. And What's your creative passion? Let me know in the comments. Bye for now.